What's going on? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sitting here fooling around with my cameras, trying to get. I got two cameras going, one for Instagram and one for Facebook. So what's up, Facebook? How you doing? What's going on, Instagram? I want to welcome you today to the broadcast. Today's enlightened broadcast. What ruins your chances of success? I'm telling you, you're not going to believe it when I share this with you today. I was listening to a old tape of one of the greats, Jim Rohn. Y'all know who Jim Rohn is, right? And Jim Rohn was talking about this one thing that could ruin your success or could propel you to success. Here's what it is. 1 minute in, it's your philosophy. Your philosophy could cause you to be super successful, or your philosophy could cause you to be super unsuccessful. And I'm gonna tell you, I was thinking about this yesterday because I was actually reading over it yesterday, and I was just like, man, philosophy is, it's not something that you normally think about. When you think of philosophy, you think of, man, you've got people that go to school and get philosophy degrees. You would think that a philosopher is just someone that's just giving their opinion about things. But really, your philosophy is how you look at life. It's how you think about things. It's kind of like the mechanism for how you just kind of vet things that you do or don't do. Imagine this, right? You want to start a business. And I remember when I first started my business, the first thing I was thinking about was, man, I don't want to have to make sales. Man, that's why I went into accounting. I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to do that. But I had to change my philosophy. But here's the thing. I changed it, but I kept going back to, I don't want to do it. So my philosophy just constantly, I was going back and forth with this philosophy that I didn't want to do it. But I know that, if you're going to be successful in business, that's the number one skill you got to have is selling. And I didn't understand that because my philosophy was not incongruent with being successful as a business person. Now, don't get me wrong. I did have success. We have earned a lot of income over the past, several years. But here's the thing. I didn't have the philosophy that I would want to constantly market and sell. That's a philosophy. So think about other things. It's kind of like, what's your philosophy or what was my philosophy around my health? I call myself the healthy accountant, right? So it started with changing my philosophy about how I eat and how I exercise and, what I allow to go into my mind and, how I look at life as a whole. I could change my philosophy, even though I'd been going to church all my life, right? I'd been hearing it, man, there's these commandments, and I've been hearing it, man, you're saved. And I've been hearing it, man, you got to get baptized. All these things, and my philosophy was terrible. My health was out of whack when, there's a text that says, it's written by a guy named Paul. He says, man, your body has to be a living sacrifice. It should be a living sacrifice. So what does that mean? That means that it's a temple, which means that whatever you put in your temple, it should be good. It shouldn't be messing you up. But here's the thing. What ruins your chances of success is your philosophy of how you look at your health and how I looked at my health. I didn't want to ruin my success. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to win. So what did I have to do? I had to change my philosophy. It's so many things that we have philosophy on. Philosophy on relationships. A lot of people get divorced today. I'm telling you that I think the rate is over 50%. It's over 50% now. People are getting divorced every day because of this thing called philosophy. People are, it's like, well, I don't want to change, and you should change. Wherein, if you get married, that means two people have to come together and they have to work as a team. Man, I'll be married 20 years in September. And I'm going to tell you, I can't tell you that it's been all just peaches and cream. But what I can tell you is that I had to constantly change my philosophy around being a married person, because a married person is different from a single person. You know, a single person gets to live their life for themselves. A married person gets to live their life for their spouse. Or a married person, when they have kids, then you're living your life for your spouse and for your kids. You're not just living your life for yourself. Now, here's the thing. Don't mess this one up, because you must take care of you. So it says love your neighbor as yourself, but you got to take care of yourself. What if you don't take care of yourself and you're trying to love your neighbor? You're trying to love your wife. Then what happens is you're going to leave yourself out, and you could hurt yourself in the long run. You got to change your philosophy. This thing called philosophy is so critical. I'm telling you, Jim Rohn spent a lifetime talking about the philosophy and how your philosophy can dictate, where you're going to go in life. That's what happened for him. He was 25. He met a mentor, and his mentor showed him how he needed to change his philosophy when it came to his life, his finances. He said he had pennies in his pocket. He had basically, come up short on all the promises that he made to his wife. And here he was with nothing. But you know what? He found a mentor that helped him change his philosophy. What about you? What's your philosophy? Is your philosophy taking you to the next level? Or is your philosophy actually keeping you at the level that you're at and holding you down? Who wants to be held down? No one wants to be held down. Everyone wants to go up. But here's the thing today, guys. You're going to have to change that philosophy. You're going to have to look at it. If you got a business, you should look at it. All right. What should I set my target on in my business? You're a business owner and you're doing less than $1 million. Your target should be $1 million. Why is that? Well, it's not about the money. Absolutely not. It's not about the money. It's not about you just earning a bunch of money, because I don't want you to just earn a bunch of money for the sake of earning it. What I want you to do is say that, man, if I earned it, if my business was earning that kind of money, then I'm probably helping out some other people. Let me help out more people, meaning it could be clients, it could be hiring people, it could be, really taking, the extra money that you're getting and then not just going into charitable works, which you'll do that, but maybe if you're a realtor, maybe you could purchase property, help people to rent apartments or rent homes because they need a place to stay. So we've got to change our philosophy around earning more money than you need, because it's not about having it, it's about what you do with it. So it's all about philosophy, guys. So I don't want you to ruin your chance of success by not changing your philosophy. You want to take your philosophy today, you want to look at it. I'm going to tell you, you may want to consider doing things opposite. That's what I've done in my life. I realized that when you go opposite to what everyone else is doing, that's where the magic happens. So what ruins your chances of success, guys? Your philosophy, how you look at life, how you judge yourself, how you do the things that you do. Your philosophy is going to be the make or the break. So guys, I appreciate you joining me today for this enlightenment broadcast. Thank you so much for joining me Instagram. Thank you so much for joining me Facebook. Look, I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Look, don't forget, I'm your healthy accountant, helping you to account for your life in all areas. God bless.